Mission 4 Revenge. We were defeated at the last battle due to the support given to the enemy from the urban civilian sympathizers. They know we are going to retaliate. They have gathered civilians at the playground as refugees to take to their territory for their safety, take revenge against civilians and retake the city.
Welcome back to Counterblown. Welcome to the next mission for Zax. This time we're gonna massacre some civilians, as you do. And I think we're probably gonna be okay with these tanks here. So this map here is kind of interesting because it actually has a unique tile set. So you have this urban landscape here, but it's a bit different from the urban wasteland maps we have seen. And this one also has a different scale. Essentially it's a realistic scale. You can see these buildings here are a lot larger. We do have civilians here on the skyscrapers and whatnot. And we also get 2 artillery pieces, which is nice because I don't believe you can build those in this mission here specifically. Also you can blow up a number of these assets here, such as those trees. But yeah. So the green troops here, that's the civilian militia. But we also have to face the regular UN troops here. So let's make our way south here. The militia only have a small base. The UN has a very well fortified larger base, and before we actually have a base as well, but before we recover that one, let's take down this outpost here. There's plenty of guys here. But that's fine, it's all infantry, and our laser tanks are actually pretty good against infantry, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. And this will also give us the opportunity to maybe get them some experience, hopefully without getting my artillery here destroyed, because I can't replace it. There we go. You get yourself a laser, please. I think the outpost actually does have base defenses, so we may want to use artillery to take that down as well. But let's see. Let's go down the road here. Yeah, it feels a bit odd to have this realistic scale. No, it feels a little bit more like a real-time tactics game, especially if you consider that there's still buildings on this, like buildable buildings on this map here, but those don't have that same scale. So you have these are giant skyscrapers, but then everything you build, like the power plants and everything, are still comparably tiny. But yeah, there we go. Machine gun nest is gone. Laser tank here, you can maybe scout a little bit more. There we go. Take that down. And yeah, all this outpost is really the barracks plus the power plant and some defenses. So that's all there is. And since this tank here can laser everything coming out of the barracks pretty much instantaneously, this is a good opportunity to just farm these infantry units here until the militia run out of money, and then you can just blow up the outpost. Are they still producing stuff? Yes, they are. But everybody who comes out of the barracks gets incinerated immediately, as they should. So now it's time to go to the playground. By playground they mean a giant stadium that takes up about half the map. Yep, still going strong there. You here can take point because you regenerate. That guy's still doing just fine. Yeah, overall, this kind of interesting map because it has basically they tailored the visuals and everything around the theme as well, which is kind of neat. So there's more militia here. These guys they don't look like super odd, but they look a little bit odd because they're very green. And I think the white troops just look a bit more natural, but maybe that's also because I'm used to them. And hey, take that flower bed. Take that car. Got a winged bull statue here in front of, I guess, the government building, or possibly, I don't know, the stock exchange, who knows. Hey, there we go, promotion for this guy here. Excellent. So let's just have this guy stand there a little bit longer. And I guess we could send another tank down there, even though, no, there's still guys coming. Okay. Time to get someone else some experience then. Yeah, the sea level here is of course the critical one. For 2 reasons. One reason is because it turns your regular laser tank into a big tank. but also because, which is a significant boost, more than you get for the other stages, but also because now your tank does regenerate, which is great for defense purposes, of course, because you don't need to send. I mean, you do have access to the repair facility, but that way we don't need to worry about sending tanks like to be repaired all the time. Yeah, but seems like they ran out of money. That's fine. Oh, they sold that power plant. Well, I guess now we have money again, but nothing else left, so who even cares? So, hey, there's it. Oh, there we go. UN forces are here. Zap. Be careful with that artillery because it's pretty fragile. It's actually quite similar to the not artillery from the original Command and Conquer. Yeah, and this also even this mission, like thematically, is like a not thing. So even though it's say gameplay-wise, in some ways this game is a bit more like Red Alert, like thematically, it feels more Tiberian Dawn. Like you've got like the UN or like a UN force versus like a non-state entity. In this case, Zax. Got all these trees here. Some more UN forces. Here they come. What's also a bit GDI-like about these guys here is that in the original Command & Conquer, GDI has the like camouflage gold as their color, but that's also the base color of a lot of their vehicles. Not all of them, like the tank turns they turn silver and everything. So you kind of get a bit of a mix. Actually, you know what? That's not true. That's not really a Tiberian Dawn thing. I think that's more monochrome. I guess it's more of a Tiberian Sun thing, where you have like that's a lot of civilians here. And that's an almost dead tank. Some of these civilians are really tough for some reason, like the guys in the white coats. They're so tough for reasons I don't understand. They're tougher than regular infantry. Yeah, what I want to say is that in Tiberian Sun, something like the GDI walkers, they have like the yellow is their base color, but then it's also your faction color as GDI, so if you place them as not, they kind of have the red painted on top of that, and having them in their base color feels a bit more natural, whereas other units, such as the Amphibious APC, that one simply has one color, like your faction color. Well, not completely just one color, they have like the wheels and whatnot. That's still a lot of civilians. Hey, here we go, get our base, which is absolutely tiny, so we have the multiple power plants within the stadium. But whatever. So let's upgrade these power plants here, even though we do have a fair amount of power here already. And we can continue to laser these civilians here. Yeah, this is a bit grueling in that sense, especially because... Come on, get out of my way, thank you. Because this guy just needed to die because I want to place my weapons factory there. Because gathering everyone in a stadium, like doing a disaster, is actually fairly realistic. They did that. They do have like hurricanes and stuff. Because it's just a large space. And there's some infrastructure there already. So yeah, let's get a repair facility here. Let's upgrade stuff. You can actually get yourself attacked from outside the stadium, which can be a bit annoying, but we'll get to that. So it's nighttime again. Yeah, so now that the militia base is gone and we have our base, we have to destroy the UN base, which is very well fortified. And there's a couple of things that come to play here. One of them is the UN mortar teams. And they outrange everything we have except for the long-range laser truck and the cruiser, I think. But we don't have access to that. Actually, we do. We can build a dock in this mission. Let's get some anti-air. But there's no water, so you really can't. And this guy's beering already. Look at you. Look at Mr. Fancy here. You need repairs too, and so does the artillery. But generally, these guys here should keep us somewhat safe. And so you need to take those down from a distance. But the good thing about those is that if the AI only uses them when they're pre-placed. So once you kill a mortar team, that's it. It's going to be gone for good. Which isn't true for the other base defenses. As long as the AI still has money and a headquarters, they're going to rebuild those. We can... Oh, so what's happening here? Great. That's just what I needed. And it's also air units here. Yeah, keep in mind, they're always going to go for your headquarters. Keep in mind, headquarters are pretty fragile, all things considered. So which is kind of ironic, because once you upgrade buildings to the max, or even just to a high level, the buildings such as like the power plants or the radar here, they're all going to be pretty tough. But then your most important building, and one of the biggest you have, that's still going to be fragile. But I guess the idea is that still gives you an avenue to shut down enemy production. But it still feels a bit odd. You'd think, why is that building, why is that one so brittle? But well, whatever, there's a reason. And one tank here insists on destroying this radar here, which is not going to work. This is barely taking any damage. There we go. So you're gone too. Excellent, just what I needed. You can get the kill here if you want to. There we go. And one tank is still pretty tough, and I still have to watch out my two like D rank laser tanks here. Even though I could take over some enemy facilities, and we also have these long range laser trucks here. I don't think you can actually get them out of there. We might need an air transport for that, but let's see. Yeah, lots of detail on this map here. You've got these burned out buildings and whatnot. So this is some really nice details just for this mission here, which is kind of nice. And it also distinguishes this game a little bit from Command & Conquer Red Alert and the original Command & Conquer, which obviously inspired this game here. Or at least I would be heavily surprised if that wasn't the case. Yeah, these guys don't... It doesn't seem like you can get out of there, but you can laser that one guy on the roof there. That they do have some custom assets. They have like the villages and everything, but overall not a whole lot, and they're basically never mission specific. Like in the final mission, the final allied mission in Command & Conquer Red Alert, let's get some air units here going. They're good for recon, otherwise they're not really great, because anti-air is really powerful in this game here. But anyway, what I want to say is that in the final mission, the final allied mission in Red Alert has get an anti-air tank here. Has like the Kremlin and St. Basil's Cathedral, but it's just a Soviet HQ, like a field command post, plus, let's see, and well, I guess you died. Plus like a church, like a regular church, which is not super interesting. They basically did what they could with those assets, but there's not much custom stuff. You have some custom stuff in Tiberian Sun. You've got like Vegas's pyramid, and then you have I think you've got another pyramid. Like another pyramid, if not. I think Hassan. Yeah, Hassan also has his own pyramid. You've got these pyramids, and you've got something like the Kodiak, but otherwise, where you're going, you don't really have much in the way of like custom assets or so. It's quite different in something like Tiberian Wars. They've got a lot more stuff like that. And Red Alert 2 as well. There's so much, like Washington has a bunch of custom buildings. You've got St. Basil's Cathedral, you've got the Kremlin walls. You've got the assets in London, you've got Westminster Parliament and whatnot. You've got McRoo Burger instead of McBurger Kong in the Australian mission, everything in Yuri's Revenge. That's actually quite neat. And Yuri's like ridiculous, like Nosferatu castle. Yeah, I think those guys are stuck there until I get an air transport, but whatever, it's not a priority. What I want to say is that, yeah, this is actually quite nice that they have this just for this specific mission here, unless they recycle it later, which I kind of doubt, but you never know. Let's see whether infantry can get through here, which still wouldn't get out the laser trucks, but we can give that a go if we really wanted to. Yeah, here we actually don't have any resources we can harness, so we've got a fair amount of money. We started with like 100,000 credits here, which is more than we ever had in any other mission. But what you see is what you get. So not that bad, but still not quite as much money as you could gain in some missions. Even though the amount of money in this campaign here, you just burned down those trees, seems to be a bit lower than in the UN campaign. At least it feels like it. Like in the third mission, I think. Whoops, this guy's attacking me here. Yeah, can't really see much here. And Spider's gone, oh well. In the third mission, you only had like 2 oil wells that were immediately accessible. In a lot of the UN missions, you have like 5 or 6 in general. Of course, they don't all contain the same amount of resources and whatnot, but nevertheless. So these guys here can guard my flank and protect me against like air raids, if that becomes a thing, which it will be. But thankfully, yeah, 2 air units feel kind of useless in this game here. for a couple of reasons. One of them being the fact that you can't transfer them. So even if you for some reason manage to get out of there, you're about to get yourself killed. If for some reason you manage to rank up a helicopter or whatnot, then you're gonna lose it at the end of the mission, which is really unfortunate. And even if you do, anti-air in this game is really good. Like Zax has the rocket turret, which can attack air units, and then also a dedicated laser anti-air turret here. And no, to be fair, most of the units can't actually attack air units, even if they're rocket units. I don't think the missile Zeep can. Zeep. But the gunboat can. Or was that like the missile boat? Whatever. I think it's actually the missile boat, not the gunboat. Because it has a missile launcher, not a gun. Even though gun's kind of a generic term, but you know what I mean. So let's... Oh wow, they're all moving, okay. So looks like they didn't like that. Yes, so you don't have that much anti-air, but the anti-air you do have, it's really good. For example, the Patriot, which is ultimately not that expensive, it's like the price of like 3 regular units, has to be deployed, but you can repair it in the field. And that one is extremely vicious. It can kill any air unit in one shot, unless it's maybe highly leveled up, which is not gonna happen anyway, unless you're the AI and you just get leveled up units for free and immediately. So if you want to pull something like Destroy the Construction Yard, which you can do with like 4 air units, but the problem is you're never gonna get there. And if you fail to destroy the anti-air that the enemy has, there's also a decent chance it's gonna level up, so next time it's actually gonna be more difficult. Got rocket turrets here on this building here. Boom, you're going to. Yeah, so air units here, I guess if you have a huge amount, you can still use them to like snipe buildings and whatnot, but overall it doesn't really feel like you can quite pull the air cheese you can pull in other games here. Hello, and you're gone. That was kind of close. I may want another turret there. Yeah, it feels a bit odd. I guess you can still use these units as support and whatnot. But yeah, and also air units aren't really that prominent, at least in the UN campaign there were. In some missions, the like that, here, bust up wherever the hell you are. In some missions, the AI would send units after you, but not very regularly. They would like send them after you, and even if you didn't destroy them, it would take them another like 10 minutes to do another raid or whatnot. And they're just so easy to take care of, I think. Here we go. Got these 2 helicopters here. I think... There we go. Yes, you can see all my base defense can attack this guy here, except for, I think, the laser tower, but we don't have access to the other. Oh, snap. You're about to get yourself killed here, so please do me a favor and have that not happen. Zip. Okay, you get yourself fixed here. I can't afford losing these upgrade units now. I have few of them as they are, and I really need those. I might have to level up these laser tanks later, which is going to take quite a while, because another thing that makes the Zax campaign more difficult is that there aren't really that many missions that are great for leveling up these units here. In the UN campaign, you have the 3rd mission, which is really nice for that, because it's a very straightforward mission, and there's few like annoyances about it. You start with your base, you don't have to recover your MCV for once. Sorry, mobile HQ. Which is kind of great. In this mission here, like nighttime is kind of annoying, because it always is a little bit annoying, but you also use it to your advantage for raids. But not if you want to use long range units, because then their radius is reduced and they have to come into range of more short range stuff. So if you want to just rush in with shorter range units, then the nighttime is actually good. But if you don't plan to do that, then if you want to just bombard your enemy from a distance, then nighttime is not the time to do that. Yeah, we still have a fair amount of money left, about half of it, and I've upgraded my base and whatnot. So I'm not too worried here, but I also don't want to overspend. And I know that the base on this map here, like the enemy base, is very well fortified. So I don't really want to... Be careful here, please. I don't really want to just rush in, because if the enemy is entrenched properly, and they have like a couple of units there, plus the towers they rebuild instantaneously and whatnot, then you can lose like 50 tanks and you basically achieve nothing. I'm also not sure whether the enemy has a limited amount of money here. But anyway, let's kill that rocket tower. Because I'd like it dead. Okay, there we go. That felt uncomfortably close. But whatever. I guess it feels so close because the distance is still tiles, but the perspective makes it feel like this artillery is right in front of that building. Basically too close, but that's just not how the game works, because building doesn't have any actual height. It's just another obstacle. Boom, there goes the transport. Yeah, those transports are not going to achieve anything here. But what's interesting is the enemy doesn't actually just give op-map transport, they actually load them into transport and then drops them off at your base. Which is actually something that you can't do in Red Alert in that way. What you can do is you can load units into a transport, but the team commands get erased as soon as they're in the transport. If you unload them then, you can give them a command, but then there you won't be able to give them instructions before that, so you can't have it all. That's why in the 5th Soviet mission in Command Conquer Red Alert, you've got the MCV entering that transport, like the naval transport, but then it actually goes off map and another transport with another MCV appears, because that's like the one way you can make that work. Yeah, considering this game didn't actually come out that late, so, and it can do a number of things. I'm not sure you can actually do it in Tiberian Sun, like have transport be loaded in that way, so I'm somewhat impressed here. So let's move a little bit. Goodbye to all of you. So, yeah, you can also see the C, at least C rank, now both of them are B rank laser tanks. They have significantly improved range. It's not just a little bit, they're actually quite a bit better. And of course more range is effectively more damage. There we go, anti-air guy here can please go as well. We have this thing here next to the stadium. What is that exactly? Is this a parking spot? I'm not quite sure. Who cares? So time to move over there and then slowly chip away at that base, which is not going to be easy. Let's kill the tree here. And get everyone into position here. There's still guys left. That's fine. Just want to make sure they don't kill my artillery because it's quite valuable. Okay, who's hanging around here? Also another one of you here. Okay. There we go. I think you need some repairs. So does my artillery. And a bunch more tanks. So now that one anti-air guy is gone, who destroyed my helicopter in like 1 or 2 shots, I think. Let's do some more recon here, which at nighttime is actually quite a bit easier, but there's still a deployed Patriot, so not gonna go anywhere. There are we. Okay, this is actually kind of bad. But you should be able, there we go. Yeah, this wasn't too bad. But I should maybe get some base fences going there, or just use the tanks I've built. How about that? There we go, and squish. Someone's gonna destroy those rocket troops here. I guess that's a no. Come on, just someone. Laser that guy, please, thank you. Boom, there we go, incinerated. So you get yourself healed. And daytime's gonna be here soon. Yeah, the day-night cycle actually has a decent impact, which I find kind of interesting. So maybe I should have explored during nighttime here, but who knows. Just want a little bit more vision here. Boom, there we go. Oh well. So the base is here. The problem is that the enemy actually does rebuild walls like hyper aggressively. And in fact, the way it works, we've seen it in previous missions, you just destroy a wall segment and then 1 frame later it's there again. So which can be kind of frustrating, because I mean a human wouldn't do that, and obviously we're not playing against a human, and the AI needs a little bit of help because otherwise it would just be always inferior to a human would play. But then again, these missions would be unplayable if you were playing against another human who had like all these advantages. But yeah, that just feels like it's a bit much that you get like, this feels like the RTS equivalent to aimbotting. Let's see, can you actually outrange the... No, you can't. Never mind, get out of there. Okay. Yeah, in fact, that mortar guy, you can't outrange that one by like a long margin. So, can't get through there. Nope, can't get through there. They just rebuilt the wall immediately. But whatever. Let's see. Oh, there's another air transport, but that shouldn't be... Oh, and the helicopters. Everybody's invited to the party. I'm not sure they even fired a shot here. It doesn't look like it. Here we go. Some more base defenses. Just in time. Where are you going? I don't know. And that's actually quite a lot of units. I'm kind of impressed here. Yeah, that's quite a lot of stuff. And oh, they hate that one anti-air turret. I wonder whether they got provoked by that turret shooting down the helicopter. Now they're all coming after me, because they've done that before when I sniped one of those guys with the artillery. And then they all just freaked out and were like hell-bent on destroying... How about you don't do that? Hell-bent on destroying the... Oh man, you're still not out of range. Oh wow. Okay, just kill that guy, please. Thank you. That's a bit better. Thank you very much. You here have recovered in the meantime. That is great. Yeah. CZE, not quite sure what that stands for. I don't know, it's the future. Could be anything. But yeah, let's see whether we can get the long-range laser trucks removed from that area. Yeah, there we go. We've got the trans-helicopter. Excellent. And now it's nighttime again. Oh, great. Well, whatever. Yeah, nighttime is a bit of an annoyance here because it means you can't snipe things with your artillery. And it doesn't give you that much protection. It doesn't give you as much protection as the enemy gets because their units can still see better at night. Even though their range does seem to reduce. We could see that when I flew into their base with the attack helicopter. Because that one didn't get itself shot down immediately. It still got itself shot down, just not straight away. So I'm pretty sure you can transport these units. I think you can transport anything by air. Even like, yeah, I did transport the crazy tanks by air, so surely these guys are gonna fit on me. Yes. I'm not sure how. I guess one of them you could fit in there if that thing was entirely empty. Who knows? But anyway, this should do the job. And then those guys do outrange the mortar teams. I think they outrange everything except for the heavy cruiser. Heavy cruiser is not outranged by anyone, but the heavy cruiser is weak against submarines, provided you actually have those, of course. As we've seen in the final UN mission, that mission was terribly paced, like seriously. I think what I maybe should have done in that mission is rush into Red's territory to kind of like activate them, so they would start killing green. But then again, I'm not sure whether that actually happens, or whether they have to go through like green space first. Because they weren't allied against one another, because they never do that in this game here for some reason. So I'm kind of wondering, there we go, recharged. So I'm kind of wondering whether that would have been the right way to go. But in any case, it just felt so slow, because getting naval superiority is exhausting. And I would have to do that anyway, because you need to kill all those naval units. Yeah, they just felt like not particularly fun, just design-wise. It wasn't even that difficult. There were some other more difficult missions. Oh well, you here come a little bit closer. And maybe you just get out of the way. Thank you. Ooh, here we go again. Not sure what I did this time, but seems like he's mad about something here. There we go. Move our repair person here a little bit forward. Take that. Lamppost. Yeah, you're doing okay. Artillery, move forward just a little bit here. Yeah, because we're gonna snipe this guy here. There we go. And the good thing is that the... Oh, they've got a missile truck. That's like a high tier unit. Okay. So the good thing is that the mortar team will not be replaced. Not missile team. It's a mortar team. Or mortal team, as it's called. I think in the transitional screen. So now that one's gone, but they are going to replace it. In fact, I'm surprised they haven't replaced that turret yet. There we go. But I guess we could just leave our turret. Yeah, now they replace the walls, but now they actually... Okay, there's lots of things going on here. Now they actually non-damage walls, so that was actually to my detriment, but whatever. I guess I could just leave my artillery here for a while if I want to level them up. Even though I'm not sure how much experience they're going to get out of these base defenses. I think for a regular building... Oh, E rank. Someone did get promoted. I think for a regular building you only get like 1 or 2 experience points. So even raising an entire base doesn't really get you that much, and you need more. You either need more experience or you get less, one of the two, when you level up. So getting to S rank isn't as easy as getting to like E rank. Yeah, we can barely get through here because there's just... It's just, yeah, so I can't really shoot through. Like my rate of... Actually, they didn't rebuild that immediately. Look at that. Okay, but this is getting a bit hot. So... Oh yeah, this guy here almost died. Please don't die, thank you. Yeah, this is a bit frustrating. Oh, but there's only so much we can do about it. At least we can intercept these guys here. So they don't just assemble another huge army there. Even though they kind of have done that already. But oh well. So you here will be swapped out so that guy gains some more experience. You're an A rank tank. That's actually pretty sweet. Yeah, I can barely see anything here too. Yeah, no, so there's way too much heat here. I might have to get in at nighttime. Yeah, that might actually be the solution here. But let's see. For now, let's get this guy here repaired. I could snipe more stuff with my laser boys here, but they're not actually that effective against non-base defense structures. And they can rebuild everything, and they will also upgrade their buildings. So it's not like if you snipe an A-rank power plant, it's just going to be replaced by an F-rank one. No, they're going to... Oh yeah, it's nighttime, so I can't actually target this stuff here from a distance. But they can target me. That's a little bit mean. I don't like that. Okay. No, this is still not going to work, is it? No. Okay. Get yourself fixed. Everybody get themselves fixed. That's a bit frustrating. Like, they could target me, I couldn't target them. I think this should apply to everyone, even though it does apply, but not to the same degree, because the enemy does... They're doing the air raid. It became evident that the enemy does have reduced vision or weapons range during nighttime, but I guess not that reduced, but whatever. Maybe it doesn't apply to base defense, but I'm pretty sure it does. I've seen it with the laser towers. I'm pretty sure it does, actually. Okay, well, whatever. Just stay here for a second, then get the artillery back into position. At least they're both E rank now, which I guess is nice. And hey, another transport's down, and hey, you got an E rank SAM site there, so now it's only going to get more difficult for them to land any air units there, but it's not going to happen anyway. Because even if I did fail to destroy the transport, that's the... They have to land and then everybody has to unload separately. So even if you fail to stop the transport, you can still kill probably most of the units just by destroying the transport once on the ground. So let's see, can snipe you. You might get yourself just rebuilt here. Oh, there's actually a mortar team there. Let's see whether I can get rid of that, which is basically invisible. Okay, there we go. Huge gap here. So you snipe that one. Zip. There we go. I think I actually missed the one over there, but that's fine. We're building these walls here in like a wild fashion. That's kind of interesting. Okay, there we go. Oh, now the turret has been rebuilt further in the north, which is not ideal because that means my artillery can't reach it. I could move my artillery north, but the problem is if they rebuild the turret then further south, it's going to kill my artillery almost immediately. So that's a bit of a problem. I guess, yeah, I'm kind of surprised how dynamic the AI is regarding that. But sure. Yeah, whatever. So you snipe that guy. Now it's an F rank turret, so at least yeah, those ones won't be upgraded because you can't upgrade base defense with money. You'll have to do that with by just having them kill stuff. Okay, you're all good here. I think I might have to wait until nighttime and then do a raid with that tank. I just want to risk my laser tanks. I could move in with the larger contingent of units, but there's so many mortar units there, I think it's going to be difficult. And if I don't destroy their HQ, then they're just going to rebuild everything. Because I think they have, I'm not sure they have unlimited money, but they should have a lot of money. So I think bleeding the AI dry here is going to take a while too. There's units south of the stadium there, but I don't really care about that all that much. You here again. But yeah, I may as well get the big tank here some experience. This guy is B rank, excellent. But I think, well, wait, he already was B rank, I think. Not at the beginning of the mission, I think it was C rank. Because I didn't even have more than one big tank at the beginning of the mission. So... there we go. I'm not sure how much experience base defenses give you. Because the anti-air turret did get experience from destroying that transport, but I don't think ground units do. At least they don't get a whole lot of experience, because I do recall one mission where I had my tanks last snipe Chinooks over and over again and didn't seem to achieve much. But yeah, let's see, we'll get there. There we go. So snipe you again, because I feel like doing it. Some more units, but that's fine at this point here. Ooh, I think they might be going after my tank there, but that's cool. Okay, just move in there. So now we're out of range of that turret. Maybe it's because there's nothing else to give that turret vision. Okay. Once you're down, there's gonna be no more rebuilding. Kill that power plant. If we could give them low power, that would be nice. Even though, there we go. They probably have more like redundant power plants. Okay, so let's not get too greedy. Let's move all of you here north. There we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So their HQ is down, which is great, provided they don't have a second one. But even if actually I could still rebuild the mobile HQ with their factory, which I have seen. But maybe they don't do that halfway through the campaign, who knows. In any case, now I want to snipe more guys, and I'm gonna need daytime for that. There we go, whoever that was is now dead. So it's all cool. Those guys here, they don't matter too much, but I could get like an air unit to snipe those guys. If I really wanted to. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you're still there, so I can snipe you. Okay, ooh, it's getting too hot. Get out of there. Here we are. More missile zeeps. Let's find you here. Ah, you know what? Maybe don't do that. Maybe that's a bit too risky. There we go. You got hit by some debris there as well. Okay, you need repairs too, and you can take that big tank's position for the time being. Okay, let's snipe more mortar teams here. There we go. That feels very satisfying. I know these laser trucks are kind of annoying because you need to the barracks here. Let's see if I can destroy that. Okay, maybe the defense first. They're kind of annoying because you need to manually have them like recharge, but at the same time, here we go. But at the same time, it's kind of neat that they just stand there like a mile away and boom, the target's just incinerated. There's something very satisfying about that. So, there's also a lot of mortar teams here, which the AI never seems to build. They have them, but they never get replaced, and I've never seen them like build and deploy them. which is something at least. So what else do we have here? Where are all you guys here? Okay, no more barracks. That's good. That's part of the background here. Okay, get out of there. And these deal a lot of damage. Those mortar shells. Okay, let's snipe you. Zip. There we go. That should help, even though there's probably still a ton of these guys here left. You're in the way, so please let my tank prepare itself here. And then we're slowly going to creep into that base. There's probably ways to do this faster, but this seems to be like a safe way. And I don't want to risk losing my like leveled up units. They're just way too valuable. And a lot of the missions, they're considerably harder if you don't have these units. Even if you transfer like basic units. This game really relies on that, I would say. I would say some of the UN missions are maybe not truly impossible, but they're going to be a lot harder if you don't have like elite units to start them out with. Especially, I think it was the 9th or 10th UN mission where the entire map's just full of like A-rank laser tanks. And that didn't do a lot of damage. Also, it didn't provoke anyone, interestingly. That was really mean. That was worse than the final mission in that regard. I think the traitor mission, which I think is the 9th one. Yeah, that one had a bunch of like S-rank laser tanks. Oh, you can destroy that guy in one go. At the bottom of the map, but you don't actually need to fight those. You can just march in to their base from the north and then destroy the helicopter. Okay. Maybe it's time for another nighttime raid here. Or at least to do some recon here. Maybe time to destroy the arms factory here. There we go. Let's not get too greedy. Okay, so no more unit production here. Well, I guess I can still produce air units, but whatever. That doesn't count. And then... here we go. During daytime maybe we can see a little bit more. Okay, oh, that's actually a considerable amount of units here, but the good thing is you won't be able to build any more of these because your weapons factory is gone. I don't think you have a second one. Yeah, the enemy doesn't often seem to have redundant factories. They have in some of the later missions, but not that often. And even though you do get a substantial production speed bonus, even just having 2 or 3 factories makes everything being built so fast that units get built faster than the come out of your factory animation can be played. Which is a Command & Conquer thing as well, but you have to build a lot of factories for that. Okay. Not bad, not bad. But yeah, these guys here, I'll kill you. There's a helicopter here. With like the full bill wing. Is that a real thing? This thing looks like an ornithopter. It does actually, just a little bit here. Okay, you here will snipe more of these guys here. Oh snap! You don't get yourself killed now. Wait a second, where was that person? Ah, here we go. That's cool. Oh, maybe wait, there's yet another team? Okay, well, whatever. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, these guys are really well hidden. Maybe have my A rank guy do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is getting too hot. They just have so many defense there. You need to be extremely careful here. Don't lose the artillery, otherwise you're in major trouble. Especially because they will build everything so quickly, so unless you destroy their mobile HQ, you're not going to achieve much here in the way of anything. Okay, so at least 2 teams left there, probably more in the north, so there's that. Let's see whether you can clear out some of those units, because they still bother me by just existing there. There we go. There's still another... how many? There's like 3 mortar teams just in that position. Even though, to be fair, I think last time I actually failed to destroy one of them. Okay, let's see whether we can take you out. Okay, and then let's just go. Maybe now it's your turn. Could destroy the radar, but it's not like that affects the AI, or at least I wouldn't know how. I would be shocked if the AI actually had like limited vision here. Was affected by the shroud in any way, shape or form. There we go. Try to get out of range here, which is not that easy, even for the A rank twin laser tank. And no more war rebuilding here. And then let's get out of there. Okay, okay. Starting to look a lot better. More people to zap. Okay, all good. Another missile tank, that's fine. You're not strong in defense. Even though, yeah, defense isn't that bad either. 2 shots from an A-rank laser tank, that's not that bad. Okay, great. More of that here. Let's see. As long as you keep moving, you actually have a decent chance of not getting yourself hit. Let's see, can we snap these shots here? This guy. Well, those guys rather, it's a team. And boom. Okay. They'll have choppers here, but they don't really use them all that much. They also don't use them for base defense. It's not like in Command & Conquer where if you approach them, they just come after you, because that's like the only thing they can do unless you reinforce them from off-map. Okay, but yeah, this is gonna work out just fine. Oh, here's my other tank. I was worried I'd lost that guy for a second there, but it's all cool. We're almost there. Nope, still too much stuff left here. Okay, this may actually have been it. Kill the power plants. Kill the helicopter before it flies away. There we go. Let's pack up the repair guy, so we don't lose him when we transition to the next mission. Okay. Yeah, this wasn't actually super bad. It just takes a while. You have to be careful because they've got so much stuff in their base, and everything's gonna bombard you if you don't watch out. Okay, seems like that base is largely empty, but there's still other units to destroy here. You just have to check the map, also for civilians. There we go. Goodbye, you. And it's probably going to be easier during daytime. Yeah, let's build a couple of bikes here. Ah, there we go. That's a bit better. Ah yeah, there's still stuff left there. Sure, you kill that guy. Oh, there's actually a transporter left there too. I like how nice and big it is. Way bigger than the Chinook. Even though mechanically they seem to be basically identical. I'm not sure whether their stats like defense and armor and everything are the same, but yeah, I like how nice and big this thing is. And now it's gone. Yeah, I think there's still some civilians left. Somewhere, maybe also other units, but yeah, there's a bunch of them left in the south. You can see that already. But that shouldn't be that too much of a problem. There we go. Like how the bikes basically are our basic combat robot, but in the one called basic combat robot, that's not actually the basic one. That's actually a fairly advanced one. Here we go. Let's see what else we have here. You here, oh, and an M1 tank. Let's not risk it. There we go. Sure, you sniped the anti-air guy here. Still needs 3 shots for that, but I think should be fine here, yeah. Ah, there we go, you got your promotion. Here's another big tank. Excellent. Alright, alright. So yeah, there's some civilians left here. Oh, that could actually be the last guy. But I'm not sure, there's still some shroud left too. Nope, seems to be clear otherwise. There we go, that guy is still alive. And not anymore. I'm not sure how you could shoot up that building. I know, oh you can, because the building isn't truly like elevator or so, but from that perspective it kind of makes no sense. But anyway. Let's, ooh, more militia left here, that's fine. All good, and hopefully the last units are here. There we go. And that's it. Yeah, quite a long mission. Not super difficult, but we really have to be careful with the enemy base. I don't think you can just march in there with a huge amount of tanks, or maybe if it's a huge amount of tanks, it better be a huge amount of tanks. And 38 level ups, and that's a lot of kills, and not a whole lot of kills from the enemy. And none for the militia, which I guess isn't too surprising, if we're being honest here. And they actually had less money than we had, but then again, I guess that's the money I spent, because I had like 100,000. Actually, no, it's not. I think I spent more than half of it. So I'm not sure where that number comes from. Yeah, not sure about that, but whatever. See you next time.